So as I said, pork is a little bit of a newer fad. The original cuisine of Ireland was potatoes, which would be not potatoes, was beef and cabbage. Potatoes don't come to Ireland until about 1640. And then if you look at the way the Irish cuisine is historically set up, it's always before the potato and after the potato. That's how they kind of define it. A little different than many of the other Celtic nations. So we're just going to take our cabbage here. Now cabbage is used probably, like I said, the second most used vegetable. But the big thing, a lot of people, does anybody here not like cabbage? I've run into a few times where you find people who don't like cabbage. And I found out most of them is because they either get it overcooked or they're just not liking the crunch effect raw. Right now, cabbage are really good when we find fish tacos. They use cabbage, nice shredded cabbage to put in there. I use cabbages for a lot of garnishments for a lot of my dishes as well. So we're just going to chop this up a little bit. We don't want to overcook our cabbage here. We're waiting for our bacon there to get nice and seasoned up. Now, we're talking about a little bit of seasonings, and if you look on that back row over there, you'll see I have a number of seasoning lines. I've won some Top Chef charity competitions in Denver, Dallas, and Las Vegas against top-line chefs who do Italian cuisine, German cuisine, French cuisine. I was kind of an underdog coming into it, and I think one of the deciding factors that gave me that little extra edge was where I got my herbs and spices of and how fresh they were. Now, if I ask you, and I want you to be honest, how many of you have spices and herbs in your cabinets right now older than 6 months? Be honest. Everybody should be raising their hand, right? Yeah. I asked my mother one time for some white pepper. She handed me a can that was older than I was. It's worth money. The pepper's not worth anything. But what I'm saying is, pepper, herbs, spices, they have a shelf life like anything else we consume. A lot of the Mediterranean, Italian, Greek that use a lot of oregano and basil, they go off faster than they go off in about 3 months. If you're buying your herbs and spices from a grocery store, 9 times out of 10, by the time they've gone from where it was originally dried, packaged from one warehouse to the next, first day it's on the grocery store, it's already over 6 months. I'm not recommending any particular place, but if you can find a spice house, spice shop, buy directly from them. They grind it themselves, they throw it fresh, they get the best product from around, because that's all they deal with. And believe me, it makes a big difference. So as we're getting this fat going up here, and getting this bacon going here, I'm going to do a little seasoning here right now. So this is my all-Gaelic seasoning. This has some of the number one herb used in all 8 Celtic nations, which is thyme. Thyme is so abundant, you can find it whether on the side of the road in Ireland or in Galicia. The side of the highway, you'll see thyme growing. Primarily in Celtic cuisine, there are 5 primary herbs used. You know 4 of them because you sang songs about it. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. I just don't think they knew how to go and rhyme tarragon there, and that's the fifth one. But those are the main ones. I've been asked about it, so isn't dill part of it? Dill is used, but not as extensively as the other 5. And they use parsley and thyme, probably the biggest 2. We hardly use parsley at all. We normally use a little garnish, but they use parsley quite a lot.